Hey again, everybody. Been studying on this as much as possible. Got quite a bit going on. But from where I left off the other day, I want to try to show what I've seen with it and what I've been looking at. This was from the 10th of October here in North Carolina. We had 169 for the pick 3 and 0257 for the pick 4. All this is coming from this 51 and 58, coming and showing these numbers here. How many times 0 or 1 showed up over here. Here's the 5 and the 1 and the 1 and the 8 from here. If we scroll down, you can kind of see just looking at it here. You've got your 1s. There's your 1. And you've got 5 and 1 is 6. 8 and 1 is 9. So you can kind of see your pattern here. The 6 and 9 and 9 and 6. They have to be mirrored. Whereas if this was the 6 and this was the 9, it's not a mirror pattern. So you're not really looking, it's not going to show you the right results. So you want to look for mirrored patterns where the 9 and the 9 and the 6 and the 6 are up in the opposite corners. Down here for the 0257, here's your 7s, your mirror of the 7, the 4, mirror of the 7, the 4, you got your 5, the mirror of the 1, or the mirror of the 2 is the 1, which is here. And then you got your 2 in the corner. And you can scroll down, and I just added this part so we could kind of see separate the pick 4 and show it on this part along with the pick 3 on this part. What I'm looking for is the patterns. See here, we've got a mirror pattern. It's the only one, well, this one and this one, that has the mirror that I'm looking for. The mirror of the 7s. You got your double 4s, 5 and 6, 5 and 6 mirrored. That's with the 9 and 5 and 1 that comes from this corner, which is positive, and the negative subtracted coming from the other area. I'm not going to get into all that. But you've got your pattern here. You're here. It's all mirrored. Okay, you're highlighted the light green with the red for your mirrors, your dark green with the white for your actual numbers that hit. It's kind of my money scheme on it. What I've been looking for is balance with this from these numbers to get what I'm looking for, the numbers to play. This one, because there's a 5 or 0 involved and we've got the double 1s, it's kind of showing here, which I'm not sure if I talked about this on the last one. Here's your 025 for your 025. Okay, here's your 2 and your 7 showing for here. 2 and 4, 2 and 7. Your side cubes, which is coming from here and here, here and here on all of these 8 cubes, not counting these, just these 2 and these 2. Okay, you've got like I said, your patterns over here. You can kind of see the 5, 7, 2 throughout this side, and then your 0 and your 7 with your mirrors here. But what I'm looking for is balance. You've got balance with these. You've got 1, 2, 3 odd numbers and an even. Okay, you can see that it's showing the pattern here with the numbers that actually hit. You've got your 2 patterns here for the pick 4, here and here, just kind of opposite for the pick 3. What I've been doing is checking for, like I said, the balance here. Say this was half, or this was half, and this was half. Okay, we've got odd here, odd and even here. Okay, let's take this 8 and make it its 3, which is its negative, or the negative mirror for 8. And then we scroll down, let it do its calculating. And then you can see the 5720 a little better over here. There it comes. Well, I see it. I'm not sure about anybody else. I could be crazy. But you can see the 5270 just popping up like crazy over here. Actually, right there it is, almost backwards. Got no mirrors over here, so it kind of throwed off the pick 3. You've got your 2, 0, and 7 for the pick 4 here, and then you've got 2, 0, 7, 5 for the pick 4 over here, and there's your 5 too. But there's that. If I give it balance on that, there's your 1s, which is your mirror for the 2, your 7 showing, then the 6, it was picking it up from here, which is here and here. So you've got 1, 6, and 9, the 7, the 2 for here. I was looking for the pairs showing here, which it's not really showing them, so that's alright. But you can see that it switched the pattern up on these two. You still got your mirror, 6 and 4, 4 and 2, which if you're not looking at it knowing what to look for, that's not really showing anything. I mean, you're there with your 6 and 2, or the 1 and 6, flip the 6 for your 9. Your pattern over here has changed. You've still got your pattern on both, just by making it balanced. The 02, and there's the 5, and then you've got your mirror 4s here for your 7. Let's see, where am I? Oh, yeah, here. Here's your 6, your 1, and your 9 for the pick 3. It's showing here. Okay, I'm going to reverse this back. To the original results. You can see the 02 and the 7 all over the place on this one. And all this is reverted back to where it was. Okay, let's say that we've tried them with all odd. Let's give it a balance of even, odd over odd, even. Okay, let me revert that back so you can see what's going on down here. Okay, I'm going to put in this, change it to 5 to its mirror 0. The calculation's done, so we want to watch this area here. can see that's the normal, and then I click, let it do its calculating, and you still got, well, this is pretty well full with 0257. There's your pretty well full of 0257. There's 705 all over on that one. Still, you've got your 205 and 7 here. And looking for patterns, don't see any, but here you've got your 196 again for the 169 on the pick 3. You've changed this, but you're still using the exact opposite. There's the 0257 for here. You still got your patterns just like before, but they're changed. You have to switch between, you can't just put any number. If that was a 5, you can't put a 3. It has to be the 0, or vice versa. But here's your 1s, your 9, and then you've got your reverse up here with the mirrors. Over here on the pick 4, you've still got your reverse again with the mirror. There's your 1s, which is your 2, your 2 and your 2, the 7 and the 0. The 0 is 5. There's something with it. I just can't. If I had the time to sit and go over it 24 hours a day and not get tired, then I could probably do a lot more with it. But I just slow on time lately. Let's say we go with 2 here. Scroll down and see what it does. No real patterns on that, because we've got the even and the odd and odd. Excuse me. But basically that's what I'm looking for. The 5 and the 0, when they show up in this area, it tends to is where it gets confusing on which way to go. But really what you're wanting to look for are the mirrors, the patternized mirrors. They have to be like this in the corners, and not, if this was 7 and 4 and 4 and 7, it's not where you're wanting to look. I mean, your numbers are there, but this is where the eye catches it, and when it does like that, that's what you're looking for to play. So let's show that one more time. Switch the 5 to the 0. That gives it even, odd, odd, even. It's like a scale. You've got the same amount on both sides. And then we'll scroll down here. I'll let you watch it go again. You can see here's your 196. The mirror for the 1, the 2, there's 269 or 269, any way you want to look at it. There's your 6, there's your 9 that way, 9 that way, 6 that way. Any way you go, you've got 6 there. But let's let it run. Just by switching, giving the whole setup some balance, you can see you're filled with the 0257, which is the 2 and the 1, I guess, was the key for the 10th, which would make sense. 1 and 0 is 1. The 0 doubles the 1 to make it 2. So there's your key for the day. Let's switch it back so I don't confuse my charts later. I'm going to switch over to the day draws. Let me go to the 8th here real quick. The 8th we had 998 and 8691 for the pick 4. The 66 for the amount of times 0 showed up, and 18 for the amount of times 1 showed up over here. That just counts them all. And I've tried changing these for instead of checking all 3 sets, I've checked this set, and this set, and left these out, which it just multiplies it 2, 3, 4 times, and you're still getting similar results. But anyway, okay, we've got 66 and 18, which comes from here, shows here, drops down to here. Okay, if we had 998, there's your 9, there's your 9, there's your 8, and then 8691, 8691. Okay, we're going to look for patterns, which straight off the bat you've got even, odd, even, even. So it's all even, but it's off balance. You're not showing anything over here that pertain to what showed up, and here you're just showing the 1 and the 9 that it's actually picking to play. But here you've got your 1 and your 3. Still, you'd be looking at 417 or 413 unless you've done your positive negative mirrors. You've not got any patterns over here except for these 2. That stems from the 8 and 2. They're both the same. There's your 6 and the 8, and the 1. And now you've got your zeros, which I've talked about, the 0 and the 9. Okay, let's say we swap, let's make this 1 its mirror opposite of the 2. Scroll down, let it do its thing. And you can immediately see the patterns here and here on this one. There's your mirrors on this, the 696, the 1 in the corner, the 8181, 8169, or 8691. Any way you want to look at it. You've got your patterns here. There's your mirrors, 4 and 6, 8181, 8196, and that's the only patterns it's showing there. But you can see the patterns. Okay, I'm going to switch, take it back to the original settings, and let's make even, odd, odd, even, and scroll down, let it run. Here's your mirrors again, 1 and 5, 1 and 5, 8 and 4, 8 and 4, 7, 8, 7, 8, 5, 4, 5, 4. Just showing you that it does mirror up like it's supposed to. You can see, well, right there's your pick 4, like I said. Now over here, it's switched. Right here is your 8 and 9 and your 6, and then down here you've got 8 and 9 and 6. Okay, 5 is the difference between the 8 and 3, which 8 and 3 are mirrors, or I believe they are. Here's your 3 and 2, your 3 and 2 pattern. You can see the 1, 8, 9, 8, 1, 8, 9, 8. Anyway, you kind of get where I'm going with this. To see what to look for, I've got all the mirrors posted here as to what is what according to these charts and the way that I think they are. I've put your mirror for here for the 3, the mirror for the 4. This right here would be these numbers with the mirrors. Okay, nearly every game you'll see, well, every game, at least one of these numbers show up, and there should be a key on uh, every game. Here, the 8, you got your 8 and your 3, your 8 and your 3 that showed up on both. It could have been the 3, which on another 8th day of the month, it probably was a 3. I'll have to go back and check on that more. But you've got your 9s and your 6s showing up in both, and the 3 and the 8th, and this was the 8th day of the month. Okay, I'm going to switch this back just to show you that it does. You'll see the patterns as long as you go by these keys here that show you what to switch to, and as long as you go with balance here. Let's make it odd, odd, even, even, and scroll down. Let this little slow thing run. Okay, again, you've got your patterns here, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, which is 1 and 8. There's your 6, 6 again, and your 9. See, you've got 6, 7, 7, 6. Right here's your pattern again. It just changes it around from one cube to another, depending on the layout. 1, 8, 1, 8. There's your 6. There's your 1s. 6, 6, and 6, 2 and 8, 2 and 8. 2's going up, down diagonally, which is your 1s. Over here, you can see that it's still, because this set here is the exact same thing as this set. It's just formatted differently to show the pick 4 instead of the pick 3. Like this one does. Okay, over here you've switched. I don't want to do that. Let's see. There's your 9, your 6, your 1, and 8. And this down here is changed. There's your 1 or 2 that's showing up out of here that matches with what's showing here. The 3 and the 8, there's your 8, your 1, your 9, and the 6. Shown numbers and their mirrors. Here you're not getting the patterns on these as like I'm wanting it to, but I guess sometimes it just doesn't do that according to what the numbers show up are here. I'm sure it does, because if it's going to do it as many times as I've saw it, it'll do it. It should do it every time. Anyway, you've got it shows you. You just look for your patterns. You want the mirror pattern. See here, you've got 4 and 7 and 2 and 1. All of this, and this is the subtractive negative side, where you've got here is the positive side. You're matching here, but you're not mirrored on your corner or your sides and bottom, top, side. You're looking for this, the 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 3 and 8, 8 and 3. If you brought this corner up, this 3 would be right here. This 8 would be here. If you brought this up from this corner, you put your 3 here on the 2, 3 on the 2. The reason I'm looking at this with the cubes is, like I said, you've got a cube is 4 sides, or a square. A square is 4 sides. A cube is 6, but 4 is in 4. If you folded it in half, then you've got a triangle, which is 3. If that makes any sense. Everything is pretty well done. You can see sets of 3 3, 1, 2, 3 times, 1, 2, 3 times, 1, 2, 3 times, because there's 3 numbers, 3 sets. The 8 is here. It's just spread out, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. It's done 3 times. Like I said, you could do it 4, set another one of these out and do it 4 times, and you just divide this by 3, which would be 22. Add 22 to the 66, you've got 88, and then divide 18 by 3, you've got 6. 6 and 18 is 24, so you'd have 88 over 24, and you're still going to see 88 over 24, still the same results, as long as you know what to look for. Switch that back to a regular 6 over 18. But yeah, that's kind of how it works, and what to look for with them. Hopefully somebody can see what I'm saying with it, and maybe verify that I'm actually seeing it do what I'm believing I see it do. As I tell you, you look at this stuff enough, it's untelling what your brain can tell you. But that's it. There's more of them. I don't want to put too many 30-minute videos, and I definitely don't want to put no hour-long video, which I'm sure if it would help people win some money and do them some good, that an hour-long video of understanding what to look for would be great. But I can hopefully do it in a shorter one to get out what to look for, and to hopefully get some people seeing that maybe it can be done. Which this is just to pick 3, and I would no way attempt to well, can't say I wouldn't attempt. Possibly that I could attempt something like this on a larger scale game, but right now there's just no way. Here we've got just going on by what it's showing to look for. The 4s and the 7s didn't show up anywhere on this game at all. But if you're looking for pairs, there's your 9. It showed up the most here, which is this column here, and you pair it with the 6, or you pair it with the 9, which is 6 times. 9 showed up 6 times, 9 showed up 6 times, the mirror for the 9, the mirror for the 6. So you had your 9 and 9 pair for the pick 3, and your 9 and 6 pair on the pick 4. Still, like I say, I'm looking over it as much as I possibly can, and I'll try to get as much on here as I can to show how it works, which it don't look like a whole lot's either not understanding it, not believing it, or just don't care or something. I don't know. I think it's got like 70 views on the other one, which that's cool. I'm just showing what I see and looking for feedback. If it comes, that's good. If it don't, that's okay. But I believe it can be done. I could show you day after day after day if that's what it takes, but I just go with it as much as I can. Alright,